What's up, everybody? Welcome to Miss the Bus's review of Better Call Saul, episode 7 of season 4. This episode was called Something Stupid. Was it something stupid, though?
No.
Only time will tell. I'm one of your hosts, Matt, joined today by Tyler, Bailey, and Omar. With you,
That's
not
Omar.
and Mary. Not Omar's not here. Omar doesn't watch the show. Jesus, we're already doing these blunders. Before we get into all the great, juicy, beautiful details of this episode, if you like what we do, you can subscribe to us on iTunes, on Google Play, Stitcher, SoundCloud, and YouTube by just searching Miss the Bus. And if you leave us any kind of great 5-star review, we might shout you out or be your best friends ever.
We'll definitely shout you out.
We'll love you
we'll
forever.
do something for you. And you won't find us on Spotify, and that's fine because fuck Spotify, even though I keep paying them $9.99 a month to listen to music. But still, fuck them. If you want to find us on social media, you can find us on Twitter at MissTheBusPod. Facebook, just search Miss the Bus. Instagram, Miss the Bus Pod. And yeah, you can see all the great stuff we do throughout the week, which is basically nothing.
All the goodies.
We do a weekly show, which is going to be on Wednesdays now. Mm-hmm. So if you end up liking this review and you want to hear us just talk about different random shit, that will be out there as well. So we're going to get into the review now. It's going to be all spoilers, so if you haven't seen the episode yet, stop what you're doing, go watch it. It's great. Or it's filler, according to Bailey.
No.
Who's to say?
Who's to say? What even is filler? We don't know. We'll talk
Apparently
about that.
not.
That'll be part of it, too. But here's your big warning that everything from here on out is spoilers. So, Bailey, what was this, like a 2 out of 10?
No, it's not a 2. Okay, see, this is why I just talk immediately. Like, the first thing that comes to my head is the first thing I say. And immediately I was like, not much happened. You saw, like, a lot of development between Jimbo.
Jimmy
Jimmy and Kim, which I thought was cool. And I just looked it up, too. And the name of the first song when they're, like, in the house in the beginning is called Something Stupid.
Oh, okay.
So,
well, that makes sense.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Dang, Tyler did call
Tyler was
that,
like, oh,
actually.
it's Huel.
Tyler said that's why it was
it's
called
No,
Something
at first I
Stupid.
said it's either the song or it's just because Huel
Well,
was an
and
idiot.
Huel did something stupid, so that
Yeah.
would make sense. I'm sure it all ties in, right? I mean,
Yeah.
if you smack somebody, a cop in the head with a bag of sandwiches,
bag of sandwiches?
I think
Yeah.
that's considered stupid.
I mean, yeah.
That was probably the big plot point as far as like what actually happened in the story in this was that Huel walked up to a cop and smacked him in the head.
Just listening
and-
to music and he's not even paying attention.
Well,
His face doesn't change at all.
The cut of like Jimmy talking to the cop, pleading his case, and then just a Huel listening to music was really funny.
And then he's like, that was a cop. And Huel's just like,
He's just like doesn't react. He's
You're
like,
right. He just kept that same dumb look on his face the whole time.
yeah.
You guys can't see us, but we're all making faces.
Dumb
making the
faces.
Huel
Dumb
face.
Huel faces. So yeah, we got sort of a time jump in this episode too. We just kind of saw the passage of time, which I think was meant to show. At least it seemed like Kim and Jimmy drifting apart a little bit, which
Yeah.
they did.
yeah, it was like in the beginning with the intro and they had the black line split down the screen and
Yeah.
showing they're just like separate,
separate but equal, separate but whole.
And going
Separate
through
but whole.
routines,
Yeah,
Yeah.
going
Yeah,
through
it's
the
their
different
routines, but it's just I guess showing the inevitable kind of thing.
Kim and Jim are done.
Kim and Jim.
not yet, but
It's a coming.
it's coming through this season.
Well,
I
some of
feel.
us think they're gonna break up. Some of us think one of them's gonna die.
I don't think Kim's gonna die, but I
Kim
think
is
something bad's
toast.
gonna
Kim is
happen to
toast.
her. Especially because now it seems like she's already getting mixed because of Huel. She's already getting mixed up in Jimmy's shit. So
Yeah, that's
true.
There must have been a good bit of time jump because when they cut to Mike and the Germans, they were
Their
like,
whole like 6 or 8
Well-
months have passed, basically,
well,
right?
because he was like they thought they're going to be taking 8 months and we're already like
halfway.
We're not even
You're not
halfway
even halfway,
done.
and you assume that means they're
4
like pretty
months,
much
or
yeah.
like right. Would that
It's
make
Well,
probably
past 4
over
months,
4
right?
months. Yeah,
Because they
because
said they're not
You
even
saw-
halfway
You saw
yet.
how mad
yeah,
they
that's
got
true.
when that dude knocked over the pillar
Well,
or whatever, and he's like, "This is gonna take forever to
I think-
come back from."
Right, exactly, and I think also during the music montage where it was showing the two of them at the beginning and it was showing the passage of time, that you kept seeing dates on Jimmy's side, right? And I think it started off in March, and by the end it was October. So I can't do
I
quick
didn't-
math.
I didn't even notice dates.
Yeah, they kept stamping the
Oh, I didn't. pay
maybe
attention
y'all were
to
looking on
that.
Kim's side.
Yeah,
where she kept
I
getting
wasn't
Yeah.
even paying
every
attention.
time Kim got an award, Jimmy stamped.
Oh, no, I do know what you're
something.
talking about.
I don't
Never
know what
mind.
he was stamping.
I didn't notice it either, but I guess it would make sense too because you can tell she's been there in a while. Like
Yeah.
Right.
at the
Getting her
the
Mason
Coakley.
Verde glass horse trophies.
And also with Hector, they're talking about the
That's
progress
true.
he's made, and
He's
it's
made-
been a while.
Right, because
so-
she even said at one point like he
was
couldn't
a
have
couple
done this a
months.
few months ago, and then
Yeah.
before that, a few months before that, he couldn't have even like tapped his finger at all. So
Dang, talk about Hector being slimy.
slimy.
Yeah, he's knocking over the cup to
little
check
slug
out.
boy.
Skeezer.
to check out the nurse. But I mean, I guess it just shows. I think it is so freaking cool to know that Gus is the reason he did not progress any.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the big takeaways from this episode too, right? Because you get this. It's kind of shocking when the doctor lady's like, she's
Dr.
almost
Lady.
making it imply like he could get better,
Yeah,
or he could
well,
get
she
like
did. She said he could
vastly
even
better.
possibly walk
Yeah, he
again.
could walk again,
And he was
talk
like, you know
again.
what? We're good. This is
We're
where
good.
we're going to
Go
stop.
back to your new West Wing or whatever.
Yeah.
And,
Gus is God.
Gus is God.
I mean, it is crazy, though, that, like, he's controlled so much with that now at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it. I think
What's
it's so
he do
cool.
next?
I don't even know. Well, we know what he does next, but, like, I don't know. I just think it's really cool that they revealed that he, like,
Yeah.
this whole time Hector could have been, like, kind of back to normal, and he got him like just well enough to where he was like cognizant and like could tell what was going on.
Yeah, because that's the thing, right? He wanted to make sure
But
that
he has no power
He wasn't
still.
totally just like blitzed out of his mind for the rest of his life. Like
Yeah.
he wanted him to still be
Like, he
he
still
wanted
knows
to make
what's
sure that he was
happening.
himself,
And
which
then
you
just,
saw
like,
on the
shits
camera,
himself
and then he's just
eventually.
like,
I love that was like the
that was the telltale sign.
yeah.
Knocking over a cup of water to check out that girl's ass.
yeah.
Yeah, so that, as always, Gus, fucking terrifying. I guess Jimmy's cell phone business might be coming to a close now.
It was working its way that way though, because he's
Yeah.
already like trying to look for
And
a new place.
that's the thing too, right? Because he said he's only got like a month
Yeah.
left before he
Yep.
can be a lawyer again. Which apparently Huel wouldn't wait that long, or he doesn't think he
Huel's
would wait
about
that
to
long.
like dip out of town.
Yeah,
He's
Huel's
like,
about
I
to
got
go
places I
fucking
can go. I'm not going back to jail. So
Does Kim help Jimmy with Huel and then say we're donezo?
Oh,
no, I
so?
think just she helps Jimmy with Huel and then gets mixed up and stuff.
yeah.
Because they were hiding, like in the preview
career
for
ruin.
Well, I'm obviously ending of the episode. Nobody really knows what she's buying
She
all
bought a
this
bunch
like
of markers
markers
and
and,
stuff.
and office supplies shit for. But before all that was happening, I was starting to think like it was starting to seem obvious that what was going to happen was she was going to go do her part, trusting that Jimmy's going to back her up, and then I'm thinking like, okay, Jimmy's not going to back her up. Jimmy's going to say, you know what, skip town, get out.
Yeah.
and then
Or he's gonna
and then
come up
that
with
could be
some scheme.
right, and then that would I think be like a big driving force to like drive a wedge between them
Yeah.
even further. So that's what I was starting to think is happening, but I don't know why is she buying markers.
I think
Why she-
I think she's gonna be like, all right, you know what, Huel, you're gonna go to this school. We're gonna sit down with a bunch of kids. We're gonna color, and then we're gonna have the judge come in, and he's gonna see you.
He's
being
gonna
a
see you
good
being a nice
person.
dude, and he's just gonna be like,
And
you
he's
know,
like,
what?
no
jail for you.
time. Yeah.
You don't need jail.
So-
Okay, well that's also very possible, and probably
But
our
no, I
lead
don't
to go
really-
on right now because we have no fucking
Yeah,
idea.
it makes no sense. But I think she's gonna be mixed up and stuff. And I know all of y'all think they're just gonna drift apart and she's gonna disappear or whatever. I think
You think she's gonna get?
I don't think she's gonna
fucking nailed
die,
to
but
the
I think
wall.
she's gonna be mixed up in everything at some point. And it's
I
gonna,
think so too. But
I
that's
just don't want that to happen.
I don't
See,
want
so-
it to happen,
well,
but I feel like it's going.
I don't think
to.
I don't think they're just gonna drift apart. Like the reason is gonna be like, oh, we don't love each other. I think they're gonna drift apart because she's gonna get mixed up in his shit,
Right.
and it's gonna
Like, she's
drive them
gonna
apart.
have to, like,
But
go
I don't
somewhere.
necessarily think now that she dies. I don't
But
think.
also,
There's,
I don't think she
mean,
dies, but-
Just being a partner with, I can't remember the name of the firm. Like once he becomes Saul Goodman and he has his name out there, it seems like the dude in charge would be like, you can't be associated with this guy. I mean,
right. That's true, and it's already starting to come out right when she gets into the courtroom and the prosecutor, right, and she's saying like. The only witness was like a scumbag selling phones out of his
Right.
truck, and then like she definitely takes a hard look just and into nowhere, thinking like, shit, yeah,
Well, it's,
like this doesn't
Like,
look
this is
good.
his image,
Like this
and-
is already like this
Right.
already is like costing potentially a case, and
Right.
this is
Yeah.
the person that I'm still
Well,
with,
it's-
I guess.
it's funny that we're talking about this because somebody commented on like the last YouTube video, and it's AAF Janet or AF Janet. I don't know, one or the
probably
other.
Af Janet.
But she was saying that she thinks that Jimmy's gonna set Kim up with a real criminal, and
Mm.
that's literally almost exactly what's happening in this episode.
That's true.
And she's like trying to do the best she can to help because she cares for Jimmy.
Right.
But look what's
what point?
happening. I
Oh,
just,
man.
I don't know.
Oh God.
The party scene was funny too.
It was.
I love
You got-
when Jimmy gets in rooms like that and he just kind of like it's so weird. At some point, you see this dude like walking in from the back, and his face, it looks like he's like in love with Jimmy. Like he's just like he gets like sucked in and he's like,
For
this
some
is
reason,
amazing.
I kept thinking that guy was gonna end up being a bigger part of this episode because they
Nope.
kept focusing on him.
I know,
like,
it was
before that
weird.
happened. I don't know if it was just supposed to show that like before that happened he was kind of cold, and then he
And, like,
like
not
walked
paying
in and then he was like,
attention.
oh, the life of the party is talking about going skiing, and
Yeah,
You know
I
what I
guess
mean?
that's probably what they were doing, but I just thought it was so funny. I mean, I love when that's like the best part of Jimmy, that and all the tracksuits.
oh yeah, I mean that's
Yeah, the
like one of his
tracksuits.
big strengths, right?
How does Kim not see all these tracksuits if they live
Maybe
together?
she does, and she just
I
thinks
was-
he's
He
being a
might-
healthy
I was
running
wondering
man.
that.
nail salon.
That's what I'm thinking, because I was just like, where the hell do you hide like 16 tracksuits?
Why does he have to hide him though?
Because why? I guess.
Well, yeah, he could
not.
just be using
I
it
just
for
feel
the
like if I saw a
actual
tracksuit, I'd
use.
be like, why the hell are you wearing a tracksuit all the time?
I think my answer would just be, I'm running. I'm just going out and running
sure-
in
Yeah, I
guess that
Albuquerque,
makes
New Mexico.
I'm
sense.
sure they're at the nail salon.
Yeah, they probably are. He's got some cool tracksuits though.
I like his chain too.
I know that and his
He fits the
his
part.
big old gold watch and pinky ring. It
He
just
does
it
his
all
hair
fits really
differently
well.
too when he's
Yeah,
out there.
I like
too.
the little squiggle he has in there. You know.
Yeah.
It's almost like he purposely curls it.
Yeah, it works
just for
for
when he's
him.
selling phones.
to blend in a little bit more, I guess. It will be interesting though to see if there ends up being any merit there, or if they take down this potentially. Like this cop seems like he's a normal dude, you know what I mean? Like they touch on that he's got this like past
Past,
of
yeah.
a DUI or whatever, and so he's gonna try to get in on that basically and use that.
And
I
that's-
feel like that would be very much like if we saw Jimmy take this guy down, that would
It's
almost
showing Saul
Yeah,
pretty much,
it
and that's
is.
the thing. Well, and this is the first time too that we saw like Saul Goodman business cards,
Yeah.
yeah.
which I thought was cool. But I think it's
What was the
if you-
tagline on it
if
though?
you need a
If you need a Saul, call.
No.
if you
Paul.
need a Saul, call Paul Saul Goodman. I don't know.
If
It
you
was
need something,
if you
give me a
need-
call.
Yeah,
Mr.
if you
Saul.
need like privacy, I don't know, something like that. But I did think it was like he was pretty much saying how he wanted to take down a cop, and she was like, and Kim was like, I mean, no, we're not
no,
doing
you're not
that.
doing that.
We-
This is a
we can do
fine,
this,
decent
like-
man.
right.
Who probably made one mistake, just like you've made.
So that's just
multiple
showing
mistakes.
exactly where they differ, because
Yeah.
he just is ready to get everybody.
And they've already had it out before, right? With their whole like, she didn't ever want him getting back into like any kind of like shadier things, like the whole Slip and
Right.
Jimmy stuff. And I
Yeah.
feel like she was very quick to just put her foot down and be like, no. We're not
Yeah.
doing this, even though this wouldn't. I mean, I guess that is like a lawyer tactic more than it's like what he was doing in his past. But
Right.
still, she's like, "No, we're not going to sabotage this guy." But I have another plan, and now she has a completely different plan that we have to wait a whole another week to see
Yeah.
and find out what it could possibly mean.
They put
Because
the-
I have no idea.
I was very confused by that. I
Me
just
too.
feel like she was getting school supplies, so I wasn't
Maybe you know what? Maybe we're
sending
looking too
Huel
much
back
into
to
it.
school. You know.
I send Huel back to school.
I guess we can touch on. We see in the preview next week that Nacho will be coming back
Thank
next
God.
week.
Finally.
We finally see him healthy
missed
without
him.
his chapped
Yeah.
lips. Like
He's-
he did something over the
Finally,
time.
his
And
bullet
finally somebody gave
wound.
him some chapstick. And,
Well, I mean, it makes sense. They took all this time. There's like this huge time jump, and now
Right,
he's like
that's true.
finally like fully healthy.
that's true.
So
And I guess that makes sense, right? So maybe there just wasn't really anything to, Nacho just went back to his dad, and that was kind of like his mid-season ending.
Yeah.
I think it seems like some weird shit's gonna start happening in that side of the story too. And then finally, I guess, is just Mike with the whole the construction of the meth lab, obviously, and I think Mike's definitely getting frustrated, right? And he even finally
yeah.
brings up like, well, what if we just send so
send
and so,
someone
whatever
home.
his dude.
Yeah.
Kai?
Kai, yeah,
Kai.
that was it.
Yeah,
Kai.
That's right.
Good job. What if we just send Kai home, and you can start seeing maybe that's going to drive a wedge now too between this Mike and this other dude who so far they've gotten
been
along,
good.
right? They've like
Yeah. It seems like he really respects Mike.
Yeah.
So, and he calls him Michael.
He does, he calls him
which is
Michael.
so weird. But
and Mike's just okay with it too. He's just like, yeah,
I feel like he just keeps coming back to the whole like they're good boys,
that's the
and then
problem.
Mike's like that's the problem. They're
boys.
boys.
They don't want to be. They don't need boys.
Your Mike impression, I'll tell you.
But yeah, so I think it seems like anyway something's gonna go down there. Although we all know, spoiler alert, they are gonna
They
build
fix
it.
it.
They're
Yeah.
gonna build it. They're gonna
Mike might go and
erect
fix it all
that
himself.
pole back up.
Yeah. Well, I don't. I don't know. I
You
feel
think Mike's
like,
gonna go fix it himself?
I
He's
feel like at some point he's
"Fuck
just gonna be
this,
like,
man.
yeah,
I'm
he's gonna be like, I'm just doing everything. I mean, it's not gonna happen.
I could
but
see
I
them
could
just
see
walking
it.
down there. He's just driving his forklift.
He's
Like,
just
you know
like, I
what?
got
Just
it.
keep playing fucking ping pong upstairs. I don't need it.
Or if he maybe like got his own team of people. Just
That's
'cause
true.
He's like, screw it.
That's true. Screw it.
Yeah.
Team of the old men.
Team of the old men. Yeah.
Mike,
It's
you
also-
look so old now. It takes me out so much. But you're still a great, wonderful human being. Yeah, that look, we're right at the 15-minute mark. I feel like it's a great way to
Dang,
cut
yeah,
it
let's
off.
cut it.
That was our review discussion of episode 7, which again was called Something Stupid.
I almost
We
said
only-
something dumb.
Something dumb. We've only got 3 episodes left of season
Oh wow,
4,
only 3.
which is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I hate thinking about that
I
because
do
then we have
too.
to wait forever for the next season.
Yeah, the show does take a while to come back out. Hey, I'm sure we're in for 3 wild episodes for the ending of this.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
really excited. Keep it here with us. Obviously, we put these up Monday nights right after the episode airs. The last 3 you don't want to miss, so definitely come hang with us. And like we said earlier, check out our weekly show. Those will come out Wednesday or Thursday morning.
Thursday
I think I said
morning.
Wednesday earlier in the
We
episode.
record
but
Wednesday,
We
yeah.
record them Wednesday, and they'll be up Thursday morning. So come hang with us and just discuss. We talk about news and all kinds of random fun stuff. So
We just like
until-
that goofy.
Yeah, just like to-
One last thing, should we give them our email in case they want to?
That's true. If you
Oh,
want to
yeah.
write in, if you have any questions, maybe something to bring up about this episode, maybe something we got wrong, something that you just think is like, hey, I noticed this, you guys didn't. You can email us at missthebuspod@gmail.com. And I tell you what, we don't get a lot of emails, so chances are
We'll shout you
Oh, we'll
out.
check and answer right
we
away.
will check and
so-
answer, and on top of that, we'll probably discuss it on the next week's episode if we have some time.
For sure.
And in the YouTube comments too, obviously, get
Yeah,
a discussion
keep 'em
going.
coming. I love
and,
it.
Bailey loves it.
I do.
We all love it. Until next time, though, signing out for now.
Bye, everyone.
Peace.